Have you ever thought about what really keeps our modern world running? Your phone, your car, even the advanced defense systems that protect our nation, all run on just 17 metals you've probably never heard of. They're called rare metals, the true backbone of modern technology. And just like their name, they are truly rare. Without them, everything we rely on would just shut down. Here's something you need to know. Most of the world's rare earth supply comes from just one country, China. In fact, if we say China controls the game, it wouldn't be wrong. And this raises a big question. What happens if China decides to stop the supply of these rare earth metals? In today's topic, we will uncover what are rare earth elements and why are they so crucial for modern technology? How did China take control of this global supply chain? What would happen if China stopped the supply? What really happened when China banned rare earth exports to Japan? Now, let's come back to our first question. What are rare earth elements and why are they so crucial for modern technology? You might not see them, but they are inside almost everything. Your smartphone, laptop, electric car, wind turbines, satellites, medical machines, and even defense systems. Each metal has a unique role. For example, neodymium and dysprosium are used to make powerful magnets for electric vehicle motors and fighter jets. Olvanthanum is used in camera lenses and hybrid car batteries. Europium and terbium bring bright colors to TV screens and LEDs. Yttrium and samarium are found in lasers and satellite systems. Cerium is used to polish the screens of your phone and laptop. This is why rare earth elements are called the backbone of modern technology. Invisible but absolutely irreplaceable. Now, let's understand, how did China take control of this global supply chain? China's control over the global rare earth supply chain didn't happen overnight. It was a long-term strategy. Back in the 1980s, the United States was the world's leading producer of rare earth elements. Suddenly, all the Western countries, like the US and Europe, stopped mining of rare earths metals because it was costly and environmentally risky. China saw this gap and invested heavily in mining, refining, and started building a complete supply chain. By strategically keeping prices low, China pushed all its competitors out of the game. Today, China doesn't just mine rare earths, it refines and processes nearly 90% of the world's supply. Refining these metals is not easy. It is complex and costly, and China has mastered this game like no one else. But you might be wondering, why did the world suddenly need these metals so badly? It all began with the tech revolution of the 1990s and 2000s. Smartphones, laptops, and modern electronics, all of them started relying on rare earths for speed, performance, and innovation. Then came the real turning point: the rise of electric cars, renewable energy, and advanced defense systems. From EV motors to missile guidance systems, these metals became the hidden fuel of progress. It's not that rare earth metals are found only in China. Research shows they are spread across the globe. In the US, Australia, India, Brazil, Vietnam, and parts of Africa. No other nation seized this opportunity like China did. And now the world is on the edge of paying the price for missing the bus. This brings us to our third question. What would happen if China stopped the supply? Recently, when China decided to halt the export of rare earth metals, panic spread from the US to Europe and all the way to India. Why? Because the world's tech, energy, and defense industries are heavily dependent on China for these critical materials. The United States imports nearly 80% of its rare earths from China. Europe is even more vulnerable, with almost 98% of its supply coming from China. India too is scrambling for alternatives, rushing new policies to reduce this heavy dependence. So, what happens when this supply chain is disrupted? The warning signs are already here. European auto factories have halted production. US defense planners are on high alert, and even India's electronics assembly lines have slowed down. China is no longer hiding its strategy. It has openly weaponized the rare earth trade. And this isn't a new move. Back in 2010, during a territorial dispute over the Senkaku Islands with Japan, China stopped exporting rare earth metals to Japan. The world looked away, thinking it was only Japan's problem. But in truth, it was the first warning shot, a glimpse of how much power China truly holds over modern technology and the global supply chain. Now, let's understand what really happened when China banned rare earth exports to Japan. At that time, Japan depended on China for over 90% of its rare earth supply. The shock was immediate. The price of dysprosium oxide from China skyrocketed, jumping 26 times from just $91 a kilo to an unbelievable $2,377 per kilo. Japan's tech industry, from car manufacturers like Toyota to electronics giants like Sony, was hit hard because almost all their supply came from China. Factories faced delays, production costs went up, and global tech companies started scrambling to find alternatives. Japan knew it had to act quickly. The government and big industries worked together to find a solution and reduce their reliance on China. They started bringing in rare earths from other countries like Australia and Vietnam through long-term deals. At the same time, companies like Hitachi began recycling old electronics to extract rare earth metals. In just 5 years, Japan cut its dependence on China from more than 90% to under 60%. That one crisis completely changed Japan's approach, and today the whole world looks at Japan's model as an example to follow.